As you can see, I'm back out again. My little friends have come and follow me. They just arrived. It's a nice day. The water's up a wee bit. Bit more flowing. Looking not too bad today. Sun's about to come out. Yeah. Yes, sorry I haven't been out for a while. It's been about 3 weeks, I think. Every time I've gone to go out, it's either pouring with rain or I've had other things to do. So, but I've made time now to sort of come out and have another crack at the new sluice, which I've altered. I'll show you that, and yeah, we'll see how many buckets I can get through. But I'll show you this now. So I've altered my original sluice. Let's get this out. My original sluice, which was, if you remember in one of my other videos, was just, so it was this one here. So you can see they're quite deep wee riffles, and they're actually got little ridges all the way down, right to the bottom and then all the way up. So it actually works very, very well at trapping any gold that falls in here. But what I've done now is I've made the front mat removable. So what I did is I sandwiched the original one's only that thick, so it's only about 3mm thick. So I've got another bit of insertion rubber, which is about 4mm thick, and glued them together, so it makes a nice strong mat, nice and thick. And then what I did is I just added a bit on the front, so it clips up under there, so it doesn't blow any water up and under it. But so what I did with this was what I wanted. This is the main reason I'm coming to test. Is I've made the screen up, so you can see the wee mesh there. It's quite fine. It's about I don't know, I think it's quarter mesh or something like that. But that just slides in there. That just slides in and locks in down the bottom there. So I just got a couple of wee things to lock it in. So that just slides up into the end there and locks in there and locks in this front piece. And then I've sort of pushed it down into each one, so it's actually corrugated itself going across it right down to the end. But as it gets to the end, it's actually going uphill slightly, just ever so slightly. And then if you see down here, I've left enough room up under here that anything that's in under here can still get out, so it's still got its flow going that way. And then yeah, so then you just stick the mat in the front and then just clip it in underneath the edge there. So once it goes in under there, you can push it back, and then that locks everything in there, and then push that down into there. So that locks that whole front, and then yeah, so this slightly comes up a little bit and then drops into this. So I've got two there roughly. So there's one little pocket there and then one here. So hopefully everything should, in theory, come off here and drop into this one. But what I'm doing today is just making sure that this doesn't act like a block and stop this from turning in here. So hopefully it won't. But yeah, so that's the new part. So I can actually take that out, clean it, and then I can clean all this out, and then yeah, all the stones will hopefully, I can just dump in my normal stones, and then they will just keep going straight over the whole lot. But all the finer stuff will go in below that and then start churning away, because it's got room underneath this. There's little dimples, or pimples as it were, just there, so it actually keeps the mesh up off the top of the thing so that the stuff can still jump from one to the other. So yeah, so I'll set up and then yeah, I'll start digging some holes, and there we go. Oh, my ducks have found the gold already. They're right where I'm going to go. They're just sorting it out for me. Anyway, I'll come back to you in a minute. Alrighty, got it fairly well set up now. I've just started. So I've got this. Basically, just plunged a hole there. So I'm just going to dig straight down to bedrock there. Sluice it up over there. That's it going there. I've got the other one that's just really sitting in there. It's not doing too much, but it'll collect anything that falls in there, hopefully. It's not ideal, but hey, it'll do. But this one seems to be working alright. Clearing out all the fine stuff, and it's still working as it should. This mat seems to be working fine. Bit of gold. You'll be able to see it's very fine. I just did a pan and threw it in here. There's a couple of little specks just there and there somewhere. Little tiny bits. Oh, there's one just there. There somewhere. Yeah, the concentration line's running about here. So that's about right. Almost in the middle there. Firing up and behind this first one, so it should be a lot in behind that one as well, and it's pushing everything to the outside edges, so that seems to be working pretty good. Yeah, seems to be filling up a wee bit down the bottom here. I can't quite see in there, see if it's actually dancing properly, but I think it must be. It seems to be dancing over there, so I presume the rest of it is. And it's flowing out the back here. I haven't got anything in the front, so it's working down here. It's blowing it out the end of here, so it's coming out in between, and then it's loading up this one. So that seems to be working. So we'll see how that goes. So I'll just start doing a few buckets and see what happens. But yeah, as you can see, I altered the front angle. So it's straight now, so it's straight in line with everything. And now I can set the height and see how high that water's coming. Right up there, a little V that comes right to there. It's popping up about there. So that seems to be alright. And this particular sluice needs a lot of fast water running through it. But like I say, I mean, once it goes in there, any gold that goes in there, it doesn't normally come out because it's got so many of those little bloody corrugations in there. But we'll see how that goes. So like I say, I'll chuck through some stuff and see what happens. See what comes of it, and yeah, hopefully we should have some gold. Alright, I'll be back soon. I've done another bucket. As you can see, it's getting dark here now. I suppose that's it's heading into winter now, isn't it? So it's not too bad. It's just at the beginning, but yeah, you lose the sun. Hardly any sun on this side. Normally at this time it's only, I don't know, it's at 1:12 and no sun here. Normally this is baking. But yeah, sign of times to come. Thought I'd show you how this works. Seems to work pretty well actually. What I'll do, just scoop, see what happens, and just chuck it in and away it goes. Just fire off down it. And everything else just runs off the top and then loads up and then off the end. Seems to be running pretty well. Everything's dancing in underneath the bars there, so that seems to be working alright. Hard to see. Seems to be going backwards and forwards and they're cleaning out, so they all just keep firing off out the bottom there. And then from the other one. The other one's dancing away nicely in there. So it seems to be cleaning out. Nice bit of gold there. Nice concentration line all the way down there. It seems to be working alright. So hopefully we'll see what happens when we have a clean out at the end of the day, and yeah, I'll do one of that one and see what's in that one, if there's anything. It's not really well set up, but it'll be alright. It'll help clear things out. Yeah. So we'll see how it goes, but like I say, it seems to just clear it out quite well. Seems to pour it in. Ooh. Sort of, the water just cleans it all off and away it goes. Spills in behind these riffles here, and basically if there's any gold in there, you can see it dancing in behind that the edge of the mat where the two mats meet, dancing across the top of that. Quite a lot of quartz stuck in behind that, so I'd say there'd be lots of quartz stuck in the bottom of these, so you can see it dancing away there. There's a bit of gold over there, got a few little specks just there in that area. Sort of see it across here, there's a couple of these specks just there. There's two bits in there. Sort of side by side, there's two bits in that same channel. Yeah, alright. I'll be back shortly. It's been about an hour later, and another, I don't know, maybe a bucket, maybe two, and this is what's come up. There's a nice wee bit just there, and then it's just absolutely riddled with bits through there. That's the concentration line. I don't know if it's going to focus, but if it does, if it goes into macro, you'll be able to see them. But it's just absolutely riddled. All of that, basically everything you see along that piece there is all gold. Heaps of it. that seems to be working pretty good. Still clearing out the bottom there. Just keeps piling out of here under this piece. Just keeps piling out. So that's working well. And then yeah, it'll be interesting to see if there's anything in there. Just not sure about this though. As soon as it goes in here, this will be totally chocker net. This goes whoop, straight out to the outside edge over there. And then, yeah, I'm not sure what's happening underneath that. So, yeah, I'll have to find out when I do the cleanup. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. There's some nice bits in there. There's a nice bit in the middle of the screen there. There's bits all over there. So, I'll go do another couple and see how we go. Alright, back soon. I think it's been another hour or so. And, showed a lady how to pan just before, give her a bit of a pan out of the hole over there, and yeah, got her some toss, she was happy. So I was just mucking around doing another bit, and there's a nice big bit of flake there. That's a nice bit. And a couple of bits there, just there and there. There's some heat just there, there and there. Quite a bit through there. There's another nice bit there. And the heat under here, it's there and all up through here, through that concentration line, quite a lot through there. So it'll be interesting to see what's happening under here, under this first riffle here. The rest seem to be clearing out quite nicely, but it'll be interesting to see what's up under that. Yeah, there's some nice pieces in there. Probably not too far away from calling it a day anyway. So I'm quite happy with the way that's going. It's ripping down there beautifully. Everything's dancing around, so it seems to work pretty well. So when it goes in, so it's just a quick flick and down it goes. Loads up in the middle there, and you can just see it spreading. It just goes straight to the sides from that middle piece. But yeah, that seems to be working well. I'm quite pleased with it, so we'll see what happens when I do the cleanup. Alright, going to call it a day. Haven't done a huge hole, but not too bad. It's a nice big rock on there, but it's about 4 o'clock now, so by sort of 5, but after 5 it's going to be pitch black, so I'm just cleaning, just did that area anyway. So that was about, I don't know, maybe 6 buckets, I suppose. 6 20-litre buckets. So I'm just going to do a clean out now, because it's going to take me an hour to clean out, so by the time I do that I don't really want to be down here at pitch black. But yeah, I sucked some gold out, but there's actually still some reasonable gold in there. Lots of little bits all through there, all up here, little bits. But yeah, just going to let this clean out for a little bit. And yeah, see what comes out. So I'll keep you posted. I'll give this 10 minutes or so, and then yeah, hopefully it'll yield a good amount. I've already pulled out some, so actually I'll show you what I've got. I don't know if you can love to see that, but that's all. It's pretty much all gold, so not too bad of bits in there. There's some nice little bits. So yeah, so I'll have a bit of a clean out and I'll come back to you. Alrighty. Pan this last little bit out. This is out of the small little sluice that was behind the big one. So this is what I got down to. So I'm down to this, which is all I don't know what they're called, the heavy rocks anyway. I'll just pan this out. It's super hard to get out of the without blowing all the gold out as well. No. I don't know if you can see it, but right in behind that white quartz, there's just like a shimmer of yellow. Like it's just so fine. It's very hard to see, but I don't think I can get it to a probably can't separate it enough. It's just so super fine. I presume it's gold. Anyway, so this was what was left in the bottom. So this is what I got out of that bottom sluice. Just that piece there, just in the middle of the pan there. There's one beside him as well. There's probably 1, 2, 3, oh no, 4 bits, but they're super fine. So happy with that. So right, I'll just clean up on the big one. Yeah, I'll clean up on the big one and see what comes out of that and show you. Alright, I was just about to clean this out and just see a speck of gold. Just there. Just sitting in that riffle. So that's the one behind. So this was the first one. So that's the third one. So that one's the first one that you can see, and then this is in underneath the mat under this one. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see what's in there. But one day I'll get round to sucking out each one and seeing whereabouts it actually is. There's got a fair bit in there, but yeah. So anyway, I'll come back in a minute and show you what I got. Right, this is what I cleaned up and got at the end of the day. So there's some nice bits in there. Got a couple of nice little flakes down that end, and then right down to some super fine stuff at this end. So not too bad. That's about 6 buckets, and yeah. Probably, what did I see here, 4 hours worth, 4 hours of work, I suppose. Yeah, so not too bad, considering I'm by myself. So Jade couldn't be with me. Jade couldn't be with me today, so he's doing his own thing. So yeah, so I'm quite happy with that. So yeah, so hopefully I'll be back. I'll go home and weigh it up and let you know how I go. Alrighty, I'll see you back at home. Cool. burning it off back at home, so burning off what I got. Done. Yeah, I'll come back to you when I'm about to weigh it. See you in a minute. Alright, just weigh it up. No, 1.5. No, 0.15. So, not too bad. A couple of nice wee bits in there. Adds to the tally. Alright, I'll hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you on the next one.